Hello dear students, in this lecture we are going to discuss various types of keys used in RDBMS. As you know that keys are very important in the case of RDBMS, means Relational Database Model Management System. As you know that Relational Database Management System depends upon tables because the data is stored in tables and the number of tables will increase the complexity of the database. Now the name of columns available in a table is called attributes, and the combination of attributes or sometimes a single attribute becomes the key of the table of the database or of the related table. And many times or sometimes what we are doing, we are using foreign key, means for maintaining a relationship between two tables we will use uh, so foreign key. The foreign key will be the relation, will tell us the relationship between two tables. And we will discuss various types of keys like super keys in this lecture: candidate key, unique key, foreign key, secondary key, alternate key, primary key. okay Foreign key. So this type of keys, or these type of keys we are going to discuss in this lecture. okay so next, so these are the prerequisites. Means the computer basics or the fundamentals of computers. Why I'm writing these two as basics of computer, fundamentals of computer are same, because in some text or in some books you will find the basics of computer, or in other you will find fundamentals of computers. Next, you should have some knowledge of computer programming and problem solving, or you must have some programming, or you should have some knowledge of C programming, because in C programming you will have some syntax as well as semantics. Or you will be able to know something about the data type and their data sizes. okay so these will be used in uh, designing a table in the database, or performing some queries in database. So the motivation behind the topic is that after listening this lecture or after watching this presentation, the student will be able to know about the basic knowledge of keys, why keys are used, and how and why keys are very important in the case of database, and how to find out and how to find uniquely, or how to find out a data element available in any table, and how to find out a unique row or unique element or unique attribute or a unique element, single element or single cell, okay from the table on the basis of keys. So these keys are super key, candidate key, and primary key. The student will come to know about these keys after listening this lecture. okay Moreover, we have discussed some more keys that are foreign keys. okay and also we have discussed the difference between the keys. Next, so let me introduce the topic. Keys are very important part of relation database. As we have already discussed that relational database depends upon number of tables available in database, and data is stored in those tables. Columns are called the attributes. And the column name of the columns are called attributes, and the rows are called tuples. okay as you know that tuples cannot be repeated. This tells us that each and every row in the table will be unique. It is just because of foreign key. So I will discuss this type of things later in this presentation. Next, they are used to establish and identify the relation between tables. So this relation between tables is just because of the foreign key, because foreign key is used to relate two tables. That's why there will be a relation between two tables. And on the basis of the relation between two tables, we will try to integrate the we will try to maintain the integrity. okay Next, they also ensure that each record within a table can be uniquely identified by combination of one or more fields within a table. Okay. So these are types of keys. Number one, super key, and then candidate key, then unique key, primary key, foreign key. Actually, primary key is also called unique key. Okay, and the term primary key is used to denote candidate key. Okay, because there will be lots of candidate keys. Okay, and on the basis of that, we will find the data in the table or in the database uniquely. Okay, a primary key is the candidate key. Sometimes we denote candidate key with the name primary key, and foreign key, as I have already discussed, foreign key will maintain the relationship between two tables. Next, this is the super key. Okay, for example, this is the table header. Okay, and the name of the attributes are, attributes means number of column, name of columns, id, name, address, department id, and then salary. Okay, so what is the super key? So super key is an attribute or a combination of attributes that is used to identify the record uniquely is known as a super key. A table can have many super keys. For example, ID. ID is the super key of this table, or ID comma name. These two attributes will be treated as the super key. ID and address may be treated as the super key. ID and department ID may also be treated as the super key. ID or salary may be treated as the super key. Name and address can be treated as the super key. Name, address, department ID can also be treated as the super key. Okay, so on the basis of super key, we can also identify the record in the table uniquely. So next, we are having candidate key. It can be defined as a minimal super key or irreducible super key. That as we have seen that there are large number of super keys. Okay, so what we will do, we will try to reduce. Suppose a super key is having five attributes. Okay, so we will try to reduce these five attributes. Suppose now after reducing one attribute, we are having four attributes, and we will try to check whether these four attributes will identify the data uniquely. If they are identified, no problem. Okay, so what we are doing, we will keep on reducing these number of attributes. Okay, so minimal reducible set or the minimal set of the super key is called the candidate key, or irreducible set of the super key is called candidate key. So here we can see that code or the name address from the for a table. Okay, maybe uh, may work as the candidate key or can work as the candidate key. So in previous slide, we have only two candidate keys. Number means irreducible superset used to identify the records from the table uniquely. A code key can identify the record uniquely, and similarly, combination of name and address can identify the record uniquely. But neither name or address nor address can be used to identify the record uniquely, as it might be possible that we have two employees with similar name or two employees from the same house. Okay, next, the primary key. This is the key. On the basis of that, we can identify the data uniquely. Okay, in a table. A candidate key can be used by the database designer. Actually, as I already said in starting, that primary key is a candidate key. The term candidate primary key is used to denote the candidate key. A candidate key that is used by the database designer for the unique identification of each row in a table is known as primary key. Okay, a primary key can consist of one or more attributes of the table. Okay, first of all, what we will try, we will try whether there is an attribute or the single attribute. On the basis of that, can we identify each and every record uniquely? Okay, if a single attribute has no sufficient power to identify each and every record uniquely, then what we will do, we will take two attributes, and then we will check whether these two attributes or the combination of these two attributes is capable of identifying each and every row in the table uniquely. Okay, again, if it is not capable of identifying each and every row uniquely, again we will go for three attributes, and so on, until and unless we will be able to find out the data uniquely. Okay, next, unique key. In database relational modeling and implementation, a unique key is a super key that is in the relational model of database organization, a set of attributes of a relation variable for which it holds that in all relation assigned to that variable, there are no two distinct tuples, means tuple cannot be repeated in the database as I have already discussed, that have the same values for the attributes in this set. Okay, when more than one column is combined to form a unique key, their combination or their combined value is used to access each row and maintain uniqueness. These keys are referred to as aggregate or compound keys. Values are not combined, they are compared using their data types. Unique key, continue. When a column or a set of columns is defined as unique key to database management system, the system verifies that each set of values is unique before assigning the constraint. After the column is defined as unique, an error will occur if an insertion is attempted with the values that already exist in the table. Okay, some systems will not allow key values to be updated. All system will not allow duplications. Okay, this ensures that uniqueness is maintained in both primary table and any relations that are later bound to it. Okay, foreign key. A foreign key is an attribute or combination of attributes in one base table that points to the candidate key. Generally it is a primary key of another table. Okay, means a foreign key is an attributes or a combination of attributes in one base table that points to the candidate key, means primary key of another table. Okay, the purpose of the foreign key is to ensure the relationship is to ensure the referential integrity of the database. Only values that are supported to appear in database are permitted. For example, foreign key, let us consider we have another table, department table, with attributes department ID, department name, manager ID, location ID, with department ID as the primary key. Okay, now the department ID attributes of employee table, that is dependent or the child table, can be defined as the foreign key as it can reference to the department ID attributes of the department table. Okay, the reference to the or the parent table. A foreign key value must match with the existing values in the parent table or it should be null. So these are the references for books. You can go for DBMS by Nawate and DBMS by Corps, or you can go for Introduction to PL SQL by Ivan Barris. Okay, these books are better for theoretical knowledge. Okay, and this book Introduction to PL and SQL is for lab work. Okay, because by using this book you will be able to perform lots of queries, because lots of queries are available in this book. Okay, next you can go for internet. Okay, you can search gigs for gigs for finding out lots of uh, text on database. Okay, next you can go for w3schools.com, Google, and then YouTube. Okay, next. Okay, thanks for listening me and bearing with me. Thank you, all the best.